Yo, Dobie, I'm playing a song over here. Chill out. Relax. So inconsiderate, Dobie. Stop. No. Alright. Well, I guess we got a live stream now. How y'all doing, folks? Welcome to today's live stream. Thank you for tuning in. It's a beautiful day. For capitalism. Beautiful day for a trader. Okay, let's talk about the market because it was a little bit weird today. A little bit funky. I'm going to close the window because my dog's being rude. Yeah, I just locked him outside, so what? Have fun. This is what you get. This is the fruit of your actions. Let's record this, eh? Hey! Would you look at this mean reversion condition that's almost completed? What were the chances? Pretty good. I never know why I choose to bet against ACAT. Not so much that I bet against it, but the condition was active. You had really clearly defined pivots. We activated the condition. We saw the swing high. Then it's completing the mean reversion condition. I have no idea what I was expecting. Why do I ever bet against ACAT? I don't know. Maybe I should just take myself out of the equation and let ACAT do all the work, which is what we're actively trying to do. But it does require a connoisseur's touch in order to actually get good results from ACAT. Let me pop out the chat for the YouTube video. Pop out. Nice. I don't know if that's going to ruin the overhead display for the YouTube comments, but anyway. Ranting aside, I sincerely expected alts to take a severe beating on this Bitcoin dump, and that was not the case. Alts have recovered quite a bit, so my actual bottom line this week is pretty good. Almost unchanged. A lot of alts are seeing some recovering price action, and I'm having some trouble determining if we are seeing actual longer-term mean reversion to the upside. That's going to be heavily volume-related, and I don't know if there's a good pair where I can actually determine that. So let's just start off with what I expect to happen for Bitcoin, okay? First thing to know. All right. If we are outside the purple band, it means we have trend. So we had trend all out here. So as soon as we went inside the purple band, boom, trend was over. So what's important to note is first thing that happened is we actually formed a compression range based on the current longest compressed period. Because this is a really clean reading. Whenever you see wave PM with just yellow on the top, blue and green on the bottom, your CLCP readings are going to be really clean. So we actually defined it right here, which initially made me predict that we wouldn't see initial mean reversion. We would see a compression range based on these values here, this green range, which is excellent. And as soon as you actually have comprehensive net expansion outside of your CLCP, it defines trend. So what do we see here? Comprehensive net expansion, really clean. We had all these wave PM periods in a relative state of compression, and then as soon as we actually see a state of expansion, which is these little signals here, we had one here and the one here. If we took both, let's see how both would have played out. This one was positively weighted, and this one was negatively weighted. But the difference about this one is we escaped the CLCP, which again implied actual trend. So my dog's getting separation anxiety already. He can see me through the window. Dude, just chill. Staring at it. Anyway. As far as alts go, are we actually seeing true reversal? That's a tough egg to crack. I'm holding FUSD right now because we have some good compression. Hey! Relax! This might be the swing low for the range as well. Because we have, this compression range. Wow, look how well that's held. Because, again, whenever you get these really clean CLCP readings, the actual defined range is going to hold pretty nicely. So you can actually take a long at FUSD here to hopefully some success. I'm currently long on FUSD. I need to update my followers until then I'm actually still in it. It should technically be stopped out based on, the parameters I've set. Because we set a stop loss at 208, so we're actually just barely stopped out. But I think I am going to update this and recommend re-entry right here, because... but then there's the problem where we actually have the unfinished mean reversion condition to the downside for Bitcoin. It does leave a little bit to be wanted, I'll be honest. I want to switch to Heiken-Hashi because they're ecstatic as hell. Nice. Although I think it's going to change the way my bands form. I want to do a side-by-side comparison, I'll be honest. Let's take a look, okay? Probably not the time to fiddle with it. I'll switch it back. Can I check FUSD? Sure, man. Check it out. Also, this note's out of tune. Hold on. It's annoying me. I can tell it's out of tune. There you go. I think we technically have a defined downtrend, but the mass readings are, well, mass readings are fine, come to think of it. Can we define swing low? We can. Should not, in theory, go below 195 at this current time. However, that's rapidly going to continue to decrease. It's hard to make a prediction on FUSD at this current moment. Really, all we have is FBTC trying to find support and Bitcoin trending down, or at least seeing an active mean reversion. So I think we might see another 3.5 dip. But other than that, the trend is still good. Yeah, this compressionary period was pretty much inevitable as soon as we entered the band. So this retracement is healthy. You know, just from a standard technical analysis standpoint, this is super, super, super bearish. Because we have this compression range that everybody's drawn. Ooh, nice. So what happens? A bull flag. Bearish break from the bull flag. Better sell. Maybe they're right. Maybe it'll continue down. But I don't like betting against trend. Because as far as our macro perspective is concerned, we still technically have trend. So yeah, short-term bearish. That's fine. But, you know, as soon as you zoom out enough, really hard to bet against this chart. I'm not inclined to do so. I do think we'll be hitting 1600 by October. So still some time to wean our way over there. Who knows? Might retrace down to 8,500. That's my swing low target in a bearish expansion. But I still think we should be up to 16,000, excuse me, by the next following few months. Check the YouTube comments. See what they want from me. Bat. Yeah, man. Just waiting for ACAT to load. Let's pop that open. Well, I don't know what the point of me loading ACAT up is, though. Because that overexpansion is, well, pretty extreme. Actually, that's a super clean wave PM reading. We can do this. Except as we're reading the previous overexpansion, so I need to change the settings here. I just need to have this timeout after 100 candles, which is pretty easy to fix. Beautiful. Show me what you got, ACAT. Just give another second, please. Yeah, I have an alternate tuning on right now, and it is not flattering for the chords I know in other tunings. Who could have predicted that? Anyway, we got a good range here. Yeah, you can probably do this with ACAT if you have it. Swing lows and swing highs are super well defined. Swing highs probably 2,000. Swing lows, that's a huge range. Honestly, that's hard to trade. If we tag those extreme low values, the scalp buy for the long is going to be insane, like 20% upside. It's just a matter of, can you catch it when it hits, especially now that we're seeing some slight bullish reversal. So actually, this is the biggest fake out I've seen in a long time. This comprehensive net expansion to the upside, followed by immediate trend reversal. Man, that must have screwed a lot of people. Also, bread is seeing a really big recovery. Worse than I expect. Yeah, bread is one of the things where you have a long-term range trading coin, where people don't set stop losses because it's just super volatile and stays in a range. Right? Bat screwed a lot of people. Or bread, excuse me. Where you have swing low here, and the swing high roughly like here or here. Right? So people just want to buy the bottom and sell the high, and they don't want to use a stop loss because, well, they could probably do a pitchfork a little bit better. Hold on. Inside pitchfork should do the trick. So swing high, swing low, swing high, and let me just change the pitchfork style to inside. Nope. Modified shift. Nope. Okay. I like to draw these the way they're supposed to be drawn, just out of habit, and it feels a lot better. But this is just so wiki, I'm gonna cheat. This is not how you draw a pitchfork, folks. This is illegal. Do not do this. However, all I'm trying to do is define a range of price. So when you get these channels like this, right? As soon as you actually break the channel, everybody buys here, but nobody wants to put a stop loss because of the obvious chance of stop-ons, right? So, you know, get the wicks below the range like this. And people won't stop out of them because they know eventually, well, we're going to see that massive 70% gain, and why would I stop out of a trade that I pretty much know is going to happen? Well, eventually when that does happen, when you do break support and it's confirmed, well, nobody automatically stopped out, so they have to manually sell. And if you got a bunch of people manually selling, well, that inspires fear and panic, and then it rapidly drives the price down. So this move is pretty artificial in the sense that there's a lot of stored liquidity in bread, where people accumulated these low values because they pretty much knew it was going to hit the high values. And when it didn't happen, well, people dumped their bags pretty damn hard. So just know the risk when you're range trading, especially volatile pump and dump coins like this. They do carry a lot of risk, so you should do your best to be careful. Hope that was educational. Let's check the YouTube comments. Baddest Dragon Queji, trying to figure it out. It's a downtrend, man. Come on. If you have a super obvious downtrend, don't do anything. Wait until the trend reverses. And even then, like, when you have significant this is something that people don't understand. So, rant time. As if I wasn't doing that enough already. Okay, when you have giant over expansions, actually Bitcoin's a great example of this. It doesn't immediately lead to reversal, right? So let's think about why. So if we have, and I'm just going to use standard benchmark periods on the bands. Okay, so when you have a compressionary period, right, you restore the market to a state of potential energy. Then, when it enters a state of expansion, where everything starts widening, what happens? It should be self-explanatory, right? You get expansion of the bands. So, it's not like you can immediately start expanding in the other direction, right? The market needs to restore to a state of potential energy, and in order to do that, it has to do nothing, right? Let's say you're pushing a snowball, all right? You're pushing a snowball through the snow. The longer you push it, the larger it gets, right? Because it just adds snow and it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. So once your snowball has reached critical mass, you get two options. You want to, let's say you want to push it back to where you had it before. You either A, need to get your friends and help push, right? Your options are to add more force or reduce the mass. And the easiest way to reduce mass is to leave it alone. Right? If you leave a snowball in the sun, it is going to melt. So that's what compressionary periods are. You're letting the snowball melt. Right? Because if the snowball is melted, well, then you can push it again without adding more force. And once you actually get that compression, which is defined by wave PM, once all those values return below 0.7, well, then it's easy to push the snowball again, right? Pushing price up here required significantly less volume than if we were to push price up here, okay? So when you get significant downtrends like we're seeing on a lot of the altcoins, don't expect immediate reversals. It's not realistic because you need to enter longer-term compressionary periods to restore the market to a state of potential energy. Otherwise, the uptrends that the altcoins will enter are going to be pretty weak, right? Usually, it's like you see that in a lot with falling wedges too. When you get super obvious falling wedge patterns, like this actually, that was really lucky that I just found this on random. Okay, when you get this super obvious falling wedge pattern, like so, all right, that's textbook falling wedge, right? Compressing price action, positive break, right? That immediately means we're going to see reversal and sky high mooning. No, why? Well, take a look at the distributional width readings. These bands are too wide. If your bands are too wide, you have too much mass. What happens? They need to restore to a state of potential energy. So once everything is below 0.4, once you're all tight and compressed, well, then trend can resume. Simple as that. How did I get this out of tune already? What the hell? I must have like, hold on. Actually, it's fine. I'm just crazy. It's because I have everything tuned down below what the... Oh, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't have the intonation set for how low I've tuned it. And because of that, the strings lose their tension. I'm going to do Link. Let's take a look at Link. Can't really analyze Link that well because it's a FOMO-driven coin. But I can say this, you have an active mean reversion condition on the daily, which implies lower lows. So just be careful, please. Yeah, but this bearish, it looks like bearish confirmation, doesn't it? It does look like we're going to get a lower low. I'm not saying it's going to happen. It's just what it looks like, you know? Where we get these compressionary ranges like this here. Right? So we have this. And then we immediately just, boom, liquidate a bunch of orders and then see trend resumption. So if you're on leverage, just be careful, guys. Liquidation station is not a place you want to be in a bull run. Don't over leverage. All right, just make sure your entries are safe. Don't overexpose your account. Right? I know it's super tempting just to all in long because you got a bull run, but seriously, guys. Use a little common sense. What is the market going to do in 24 hours? That's a toughie, man. Alts probably recover. Bitcoin is in an active bearish mean reversion. So I think Bitcoin's going to trend a little bit further down, especially with this comprehensive net expansion to the downside. I might have to close my longs, at least some of my longs. Probably the perpetual swaps, just for a bit. Or at least open up a counter position so I don't lose too much equity. That's probably the safest way to do it. Because I don't actually feel like closing my positions. Because I opened them around here. And this is the first sign of bearish reversal for the trend. I'm a little hesitant. Toby! Hey! Oh my god, what a naughty boy. Oh, it's a naughty boy. Okay. That's it for Trading View. Thank you. All you YouTube folks, though, I'm going to stick around. Yeah, get your altcoin comments in. While you do that, I'm going to play some death metal. Cause fuck y'all. What this It's probably too loud. I'm going to play until someone complains. So I'm just going to keep this open. Cool. No new comments. I don't know what to say about that. Take your time, folks. Ask me to do all chords. Otherwise, I'm going to keep playing music. Too fast. Can't play that fast. All right, no new comments. That's it then, I guess, for today. Unless I could like load up a drum track and just jam for the next hour on stream. Because why not? Oh no. Go back to something pleasant. White clean. I think almost clean is the one. I actually can't hear what my guitar sounds like because I'm routing audio directly into OBS. So, sorry you have to deal with that. BCH. All right, man. I'm annoyed with Craig White, though. I don't like him. He's a weirdo. You actually had an active mean reversion condition there, and it failed. So I don't really know what to say about that. I guess you have like a mini mean reversion over here. You could probably set, if I have it time out. Hold on. Beautiful. Yeah, that's a downtrend, man. You have clean compression with a broken range, and then you have the re-expansion in a downtrend with a new mean reversion condition that is not active. Yeah, man. So we got a pretty good defined swing high, swing low range with the 3.2 standard deviation and then the 1.25. I'd stay away from it for the time being. Looks bearish. Okay, that's it. Love you guys. You have a beautiful day. I'll talk to you all tomorrow at 1 p.m. MST. I think I have a business call I need to do. Hold on. Oh, also, I thought it was something really funny. Imagine this. What if we achieve cold fusion, like a cold fusion reactor? But the only kind of cold fusion we were capable of doing was fusing manganese and hydrogen atoms. It would be so ironic. And if you know why, put it in the comments, because I think it's really funny. But okay, so essentially when there's fusion reactions happening in a star, the thing that causes it to go supernova is when you start fusing iron, right? So if you add a hydrogen atom to manganese, you get iron. And iron is the first element on the periodic table that actually consumes energy instead of creates energy. And that's what causes the collapse of stars, right? Where the gravity is stronger than the energy output. Because iron fusion consumes energy instead of creating it. So it'd be hilarious if the only kind of fusion reaction we were capable of doing is the kind that consumes energy. I don't know why I thought of it this morning, but that's my version of a shower thought. Anyway, thank you for tuning in, folks. It's been fun. Just kind of rant at these points, but I like it. So have a good one. Ciao. My hotkeys don't work anymore. It's so annoying. Goodbye.